the day of the fires, in the afternoon, we were teaching children from the Site Saving School, which was housed at our Bureau Street. During the afternoon, there was lots of ash and cinders falling all around the pool area, and we constantly had to keep telling the kids to drop their heads under the water to put the cinders out in their hair. In the morning beforehand, we knew the fire was getting bad when we walked out into Mile Street or into Collins Street and looked down towards the city, and we could see the Tasmania light. And by that time it was blowing very, very hard and very hot. As I said, during the afternoon with the site-saving kids, several of the teachers were called away and they had to go home to help with their families and their homes and so on. And so Bobby Parsons, who was a famous or infamous footballer of the time, and Doug Plaister, who was in charge of the education department pool, helped all the kids get dressed and changed. We decided we'd give up the afternoon, and so they all got changed and dressed, and I helped with the girls and so on. And then they were sitting and we were wondering how to get them back. And I lived in Napoleon Street in Battery Point at the time, and so it was my job to take them back to our Bureau Street school. So we walked up onto Macquarie Street, and of course all the traffic lights were out, and I got them across Macquarie Street okay, and then went up past Collegiate up to the lights at Davey Street, and I was just trying to get them across the lights there. Of course no lights, and there was traffic streaming everywhere, and luckily a policeman was actually coming down to the pool to collect the kids, and he stopped the traffic and we got the children across the lights. But instead of going back to the school, all the children were herded into the barracks complex, which is just behind the school. And so then my duty finished as I handed the children over to the police and the army people. And then I continued home and walked down past the school at our Bureau Street to the traffic lights on Sandy Bay Road and our Bureau Street at the St George's Street or St George's Terrace intersection. And as I looked right down the road, a huge pine tree at the Princess Street School went up in flames, and then I knew it was really bad. So I tore home and said to Mum, I think we need to get the dinghy down into the water so we could get aboard the boat and get some stuff. But luckily it didn't get quite that bad, but I was sure we were all going to be burnt out. The next day we had 9 inches of silt in the bottom of the pool and had to spend all morning cleaning it out. Thick ash and mud.